Have you ever self-doubted yourself out of a job or a relationship, even though you had the skills, the ability, or the knowledge? Most people self-doubt themselves out of an opportunity every day. So today in the Avoid Self-Sabotage series here on the Affirm Empower podcast, we are going to uncover how to overcome self-doubt so that you can start stepping into the promises God has for you. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with my book. So here's my book. If you don't have it, I suggest you get it so you can follow along with this series, Avoiding the Self-Sabotage Trap. You can get this book at www.avoidselfsabotage.com. You can also check out the comments, and the link will be in the comments as well. So this is chapter 1, talking about self-doubt. And a little bit along the self-doubt journey that I've been through, which I'm going to share a little bit in the book. We all have moments of self-doubt. So don't feel like you're a pariah or don't feel like there's something wrong with you. It's not. Everyone goes through it, especially when we're moving into something new that God wants us to do in life. So I'm going to start in the book. Like I said, it's chapter 1 if you want to follow along, but I'm going to start in the book. And here is the quote that we're going to start with. Self-doubt made me settle for a job I eventually came to hate. Now, how many things have you settled for in life that you eventually came to hate or dislike strongly? I know I don't want to use hate too often, but dislike strongly. How many things is it in a relationship you're in? Is it at a job? Is it starting a business? Whatever it is, almost everybody has experienced this. So think about that. And I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this journey of uncovering or unraveling the holds of self-doubt. So here's where we're going to start. And we're going to start at the top of the chapter. So it says, I remember, and this is my story, so don't judge me. Okay. Okay. I remember getting my first real job as a skip tracer at a collection agency when I was 20. I had just been kicked out of college for failing academic probation. It was real, y'all. So I was at an all-time low. Okay. There's a lot to unpack just in that first sentence, the first two sentences, right? To add to my pain, on the day of my interview, I was in an accident and thought I would have to pay for the damages to my mom's car, not knowing at the time that the insurance would cover it. So, needless to say, I was definitely grateful to get the job, but I settled. As time went by, I learned that I was working for a miser. The pay was already little to nothing, and the raises were even worse. Trust me, we talk about pennies on the dollar, okay? I was what they called a 5-star employee, so I couldn't go any further than where I was at that moment. But instead of looking for another job like most people would, I felt I didn't have enough experience or the smarts and intelligence to get hired for a better job. I self doubted myself and my abilities, but I had more skills than what I gave myself credit for. Sounds familiar? Self doubt made me settle for a job that I eventually came to hate. I wasted years in a job that didn't deserve me. Okay, there is so much to unpack there, but let me finish the final part of this. Finally, I had to say enough is enough and force myself to do something bold and different. I eventually left that job I settled for and landed a great paying job with room to grow. It happened because I stopped settling and instead I leaped. Okay, so remember I told you to think about that thing that you settled for because of self doubt? Think about that. Why are you still in that thing, knowing that you have more than enough knowledge, degrees, experience to do something more and better for yourself? Why do we settle? Okay. And this next part is going to be for you. If you're not sure, am I struggling, or do I have any challenges with self-doubt? Let me give you some signs, because I give that too in the book. Okay. We have signs and fixes. Okay. But let me give you some signs. The number one sign that you are experiencing self-doubt is you have the skill set, as I said earlier, degree or experience, but you don't think it's good enough. Now, that thing, these skills and this experience and everything is a part of who we are. It's what we've learned over time. It's a part of who we are. So when we're doubting these skills that we have to be an asset to other people, that's a part of us self-doubting ourselves, not just the skills. There's something that goes deeper. Here's another sign. You're constantly talking yourself out of an opportunity. Okay, self-talk is the biggest talk that everybody does. Can't nobody tell me that they don't do self-doubt. Everybody does self-doubt. Okay, some of us might be a little more negative than others. Some might be a little more positive. And then there might be a balance, and a balance between the two. But everybody has self-talk. Okay, that's even what you're thinking to yourself, what you think about yourself. Self-talk is no joke, because we can talk ourselves out of something, or we can talk ourselves into something, because we have made ourselves believe that whatever we're trying not to do or do is justified. Okay. So you're constantly talking yourself out of an opportunity. This is a sign of self-doubt. You're saying, oh gosh, that job, I know I could do that job, but I don't have this many years of experience. I don't have this degree. I know that I can do it, but they said they want this, so maybe I'm not qualified because I don't have that one thing, but I have all the other 10. That's self-talk, people. That is self-talk. Stop talking yourself out of an opportunity. Another one is you are unable to think positively about yourself and your capabilities. Okay, you're unable to do that. Do you ever find yourself negatively talking about or downplaying? That's a better one. Downplaying your skills, downplaying your knowledge, downplaying your experiences. These are forms of self doubt. And by the way, guys, this self-doubt is just one of the traits of self-sabotaging behavior. Just one. We're just on chapter one. Okay. But you're unable to think positively about what you've already accomplished. You're here for a reason. You have these gifts and these skills for a reason. And I did not have my mic close. So I hope the sound is good. But you're here for a reason. And these skills are what can help others overcome or get through whatever it is they need to get through. And guess what? It's got to come from you. Another sign that you may be experiencing self-doubt is you ignore compliments about you because they don't seem true. So we've done so much self-talking, so much negative thinking about ourselves, about our gifts and our abilities, that when other people see that we are more than capable to do the job or to be in the relationship or whatever the case is for you, then yeah, thank you. That's nice. We blow it off because we don't believe it within ourselves, because we've already created a whole conversation around what we believe that we're inadequate in. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Please leave comments. You're more than welcome. And then the last sign is you don't allow yourself to pursue better because you have these underlying issues that you are not good enough. Who told you that? Like, if we go back into the Bible, when Adam told God, when God was looking for them in the garden after they had eaten the forbidden fruit, and God said, and he said, we were naked, so we hid. Okay, reading it is in Genesis. I don't remember what chapter, but so we hid. God was like, who told you you were naked? Like, who told you that? Like, cause you didn't know that before, and you been around here bucket naked the whole time. So why now all of a sudden you're self-conscious about it? So who told you that you weren't good enough? And reverse everything that those people or that person said to you. If it was a person or people that said that to you, reverse engineer that, because usually people are when people are mean, they are trying to tell you something to tear you down. So re reverse engineer that. You're the opposite of what they said you are. You are more than capable. You are more than amazing. You are more than talented. You are more than skilled to do the job, to get the project done, to be in a relationship, to start life anew. More than capable. And God has given you everything that you need to be able to do what you need to do moving forward. So now let's talk about some fixes. After I have to watch myself so I don't jump ahead. So now let's talk about some fixes, how to fix self-sab or how to fix self-doubt. Okay, so one of the fixes is stop the negative thought when it happens. It is so important to stop the negative thought when it happens. So, for an example, if you're stopping a negative thought when it happens, as soon as that thought comes up, you said, no, because I'm more than capable, because I got this degree. I've done this before. I've been in this situation before where I was more than an asset. So, the only way you can counter something negative is by presenting something that's positive. Okay, that's a good place to start right there. The second fix is immediately replace the negative thought with something you like about yourself in that area. So if your say for example, if your negative thing, whatever that negative thought is, you're like, I'm not that good on camera. And I'm just throwing something out there. I'm not that good on camera. And if that's the case, then you say, I'm not that good on camera, so I don't want to present. They asked me to present at my job. I don't want to present. It's not only going to be in front of people in the room, but it's also going to be on camera. I don't look that good on camera. I'm not good on camera. I don't feel comfortable. So instead of that, you're immediately replacing that. But if I can capture a room, then I can capture people on the camera. And I always capture people in the room. Am I nervous? Absolutely. But then every time I'm done, people say how much they got out of the presentation that I gave. Whatever your thing is, find the opposite of that negative thing, okay? Find it and immediately replace it by saying out loud, I am capable because of this, because I've done this, I've already accomplished this. And every one of you have accomplished something amazing in your life. So don't say, I haven't accomplished anything. Don't even compare yourself to other people's journeys, because that's another chapter in the book. So don't jump ahead of me. Okay. So I want you to think about what you are good at in that area, and focus in on the good instead of the negative. Another fix is write down your strength or strengths and put it where you can see it every day. Every one of you has something amazing about yourself. Every one of you does. There's not one of you that is lacking something positively radiant. Not one of you. But you just have to pinpoint it. And when you pinpoint it, when you find something that you like about yourself, that you love about yourself, then what you need to do is write it down on a sticky note and put it in the bathroom on the mirror. Okay. So it can remind you of how amazing you are, how you've accomplished this one or two or three or 10 things. Just one thing per sticky note. And if you fill up the sticky notes, then you'll have a bathroom where you'll be able to barely see yourself, because you'll realize that you have all these amazing things in you, and they completely counter all the negative things that you've been focusing on. And another fix, our final fix for the day for self doubt, is remind yourself out loud that you are phenomenal at that thing. So don't just write it down so you can see it and be reminded with your visual, with your visual side, but also saying it out loud as a declaration and affirmation that you are more than amazing. You are more than worthy. You are more than capable to get the job done with whatever the job is, or to be in the relationship, or to get married again, or to have children, or whatever it is. Okay? Write it down, but say it out loud that you are phenomenal at that thing and that you are going to win and succeed like never before. So look at that was chapter 1, self-doubt, from avoiding the self-sabotage trap. Okay, again, you can get it at www.avoidselfsabotage.com. Again, check out the comments. The link will be in the comments. And I'm telling you guys, erase and get rid of all this self-doubt, because there are things that God has for you to do in this new year. Okay, and moving forward, and people are waiting on your gifts. Again, I'm Christyl Benford. Thanks so much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel that you're watching this on, or if you're listening on the podcast, do the same things. And feel free to comment, because I want to hear what you have to say as well, so that I can support you in your journey. All right, until next time, thanks again so much for joining, and I will see you soon. Bye.